Let's look at how to solve a system of linear equations using the table of values on our graphing calculator. Our first step will be to enter both of the equations into our graphing screen. Start by pressing y equals on your calculator. The graphing plot screen opened just like this. We'll enter the first equation in the line marked y1 on our calculator. We'll enter negative x plus 4. Now be very careful here. Don't accidentally type subtraction when you mean a negative sign. On the TI calculator, the subtraction sign is between the multiplication and addition symbols, and the negative sign is below the 3. This time we're wishing to use the negative sign. Use the cursor to go down to the line marked y2. Here we'll enter our second equation. This time it's y equals negative 3/5 x plus 2. I typed negative 3 divided by 5 followed by the x plus 2. Another note, be sure that you're using the variable x, which is below the mode button and above the apps button on your calculator. Do not use the alphabetical x, which is accessed using the green alpha button. They are not the same to the TI calculator. Next, we'll go ahead and hit the graph button so that we can see what this system of equations actually looks like. We note that we have a linear system of equations and that there is one solution. That one solution is somewhere around x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and y equals negative 1, 2. That's our approximate solution. If you hit the trace button on your calculator, you'll see that your cursor is now tied to one of the equations. Use the cursor left or right buttons to move closer to that solution. Using our cursor, we'll only find an approximate solution. Let's use the table of values instead. We know that when we found the solution to a system of equations, they will have matching ordered pairs. In other words, when they have the same x value, they will also have the same y value. Let's take a look. Hit Second Graph to access the table of values. We were expecting to find a solution to the system somewhere around x equals 4 or 5. So let's move our cursor down to 5. And we were expecting our y value to be around negative 1 or negative 2 at that time. Notice we found our solution right here. When x equals 5, y equals negative 1 for the first equation, and when x equals 5, y also equals negative 1 for the second equation. So the solution to our system is x equals 5 and y equals negative 1, or the ordered pair 5, negative 1.